Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the High School Star League Season 0 Summer Tournament. My name's Zirene and I'm joined here by Tasty Nubbinz, and we'll be casting the first game of this best of 3 in this week's round of 8, which is between Bolsa Grande and Dr. Norman. The winner of this round will move on to the semifinals next week, and the loser will drop down into the loser's bracket in this double elimination tournament. I'd like to once again welcome you to the stream as we get into the picks and bans here in just a moment. And I also say hello to my co-caster. How you doing there, Tasty Nubbinz?
Hey man, I'm doing pretty good. How have you been today? It's nice to be able to cast for you guys over here for a bit.
Yeah, and we're about to get into this game right here, so hopefully they start up in just a moment. So yeah, High School Star League is all about bringing League of Legends and StarCraft to the high school scene and giving it some visibility as well. You can follow them at HS Star League on Facebook, Twitter, and I believe on Twitch. If you guys are watching right now, you already know that they have a Twitch. So go ahead, tell your friends. There's also a Reddit post that needs bumping. So we're going to get into that. And we are in the picks and bans, so let's do this.
PG man, excited, ready to go here.
And it looks like...
The question is...
Are they ready to go?
Everybody DC.
That is the greatest start to anything I've ever seen. Oh, there we go. It just took a bit to connect, so. Looks like...
GG, well played. First band's coming out, Blitzcrank, Solo, Q-esque, as well as Elise. Been seeing that band a lot the past couple of days because, let's face it, everybody hates Elise. Not only that, but just a threat of a lifetime in that top lane. Also seeing Jungle Elise a lot more popular lately in the LCS, in the EPS, and anything lately, as a matter of fact. And I don't know where I'm going with that statement, but
no, that's all right.
We've
just been seeing a ton of Elise when she got put in the jungle. People played her as an AP originally, but then she kind of fell into that role, and people were like, oh, she does percent HP damage, let's just throw her into the jungle. She doesn't need items.
I entirely love the Vayne ban that I'm just seeing out here from blue side. No, because Vayne Thresh as well. Vayne, 0-14, can still carry her team to victory, so great ban. I would never call a champion overpowered, but Vayne is definitely up there near the top of the brim. So
yeah,
always a good ban.
If she had a longer range, she would definitely be overpowered, but I feel like that kind of puts her a little bit in check. So we also have the J-Span coming out here. That's another one of those characters that doesn't have a lot of counterplay in lane. And then in late game, you have to take the poke from Fog of War or have a tank with enough armor and HP to soak it up in the front. And then the last band coming out is Nunu. So once again, to remind everybody, the blue team will be Bolsa Grande, and then the purple team will be Dr. Norman. And we have, looks like Scar hovering over that Shen as the first pick.
Shen was left open. Most people always jump on that like if it were a solo queue game. Nunu being banned out as well. Didn't get to quite go to that one, but definitely jungle Nunu after that kind of strength of his being brought out. So anyway, back to that. Shen locked in for Scar 800 and Balsa.
Now, it's going to be really interesting. Are they going to take Twisted Fate? Because Twisted Fate was left open. So
depends on the route. If they go Twisted Fate against the lock-in of Zed, which you're most likely going to see in the mid lane, probably going to have to go for a Zhonya's Rush before Lich Bane. And Zhonya's before Lich Bane means more teamfight presence, less split push. Lich Bane before Zhonya's means, okay, I'm going to split push all day, Destiny and wildcard a couple of people and you're gone.
Yeah, but if Zed split pushes as well, you can't 1v1 him. So they're going to leave it up to Shen if they end up picking that, because Shen does really well against Zed. And I'm calling it now, folks. I'm going to say Zac instead of Zed like twice, because they have both the Z characters on their team right now. The three-letter Z characters.
I had to cast for people named Hakura and Huarga or something. I don't know. Same thing. Can't remember, but whatever. I'm so off topic. Anyway.
No, that's all right.
Cho'Gath in the jungle with... I don't even know. Cho'Gath him wherever he wants to go with the Shen, and hey, I'm Tasty Nubbinz.
So you were giving a little story there. I actually had to cast a game where the team's name was J5 and they picked J4. So I was constantly messing that up.
J5?
Yeah, I was constantly messing that up though. I was like, J5 comes in with the Cataclysm, and technically it's right because the team had J4, but I just kept messing that up. And they're gonna pick. They're not gonna pick Zilean and Zyra. They're trolling me right now. They're whipping out all 4 Z characters.
Please do it.
Don't do
Please
it.
do it.
Don't do it.
Do it for me.
Don't do it. Oh, so
Do it for me, please. You have 28 seconds, so you sure have time to change that.
it looks like we have the Varus and the Cho'Gath coming out for Bolsa Grande there. And they have 20 seconds to lock in this Zilean, and it is possible they could send Zed top, Zilean mid. There we go. There we go.
There's the change.
You punks.
Have to have something up their sleeves because banning out Vayne then picking up a Varus means, hey, we want somebody who can't DPS against Varus. And well, Graves with that 80 caster type just might be near that threshold.
Now, I want to talk about the bans again, because a lot of these bans that are coming out are pretty much solo queue bans, like you were saying. Like the Blitzcrank, the Thresh, the Jace, Elise, Nunu, Vayne. Like, those are pretty much all solo queue bans, minus Twisted Fate and Shen not being banned out, because they bring so much pressure to the game. But all 3 champions on the side of Dr. Norman that were banned have all had nerfs recently. Nunu, Jace, and Elise. Because we are playing on 3.10, so all of them kind of nerfed lately. Not sure if they haven't picked up that there are other champions that might be worth banning instead, because Elise still very strong, but she's got a lot of counterplay to her now with the reduced HP and stats on the Spiderlings.
Honestly, I love seeing Renekton via Elise nowadays, just because you can still rush Sunfire Cape on Renekton and still be able to take an Elise without any magic resist, just level 6. Just enjoyed so much. So more trolling coming with a Zyra and a Janna. Possibly AP mid Janna, please. I want to see it again.
Well, also when an Elise faces a Renekton, Renekton's Call of the Meek gets HP off of the Spiderlings as well. And if you have a Sunfire Cape and maybe even a Tiamat or Ravenous Hydra, which I saw actually in the Challenger circuit, I think the top laner for, oh geez, what's his name? New World Elite actually whipped out a Ravenous Hydra first item and just devastated with Renekton. So much AoE damage, so much AoE pressure that you can't stack up on him.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Don't even, yeah, exactly. So Janna and Zyra locked in on the side of Balsa.
And that is some huge Balsa coming from them right there. They got huge Balsas. Like, when I hear their name, I can't help but think that they have huge balls, because it's Bolsa Grande.
Bolsa Grande.
And I don't think Bolsa's Spanish for balls, but I think I honestly think of that every time I hear it.
GG, man. I keep thinking of Balsa Wood for some reason.
What high school do you go to? Bolsa Grande. Oh, that sounds awesome. But the other high school is Dr. Norman
Sabado Gigante.
No, close, but it's Dr. Norman Bethune Collegiate Institute. And I kind of wish I went to a collegiate institute as a high school, because I don't think the cool kids go there. I think the nerdy kids go there. But if my child went there, it'd sound like something to brag about. Like, you normally can't brag about a high school, but
my son goes to the Collegiate Institute of Knowledge and Fun Time, and people who are smarter than you.
Welcome to the Dr. Norman Bethune Collegiate Institute. And it sounds like it has prestige to it, even as a high school. Like that's a junior college right there. That's not even a high school. So it looks like Rumble being the last lock-in there.
Yeah, getting back and looking at these team comps, a lot of disengage from blue side. Just want to keep saying it, with the Monsoon, with the everything they've got there. I can't. Chain of Corruption. I was trying to think of it. They have so much engage or disengage. So, but with the comp that they're going for, which is split push and pull, probably gonna want to use it more for disengage with that Stand United and whatnot. It's purple team with the all-in Zed, Nami, Graves, Rumble with Equalizer, and Zach on the Elastic Slingshot. So, two kind of counteracting comps, even to see how it works for him.
And it looks like RG Killinator actually taking the teleport on the Shen, and there's no counter teleport of any kind on the team of Dr. Norman. So that Shen is aiming to split push, it seems, and get involved in those fights when they do break out, and then pop up back to his lane and not have his tower be taken out.
And I was kind of wrong. I was suggesting, okay, as we're in the lane with those Sunflowers, I was like, okay, please be AP mid Janna, support Zyra, just because, you know, support Zyra's been so common lately. I didn't even think, okay, mid lane AP Zyra. Oh, unconventional mid lane Janna.
No, they're not whipping out the mid lane Janna. Their Bolsas aren't grande enough for that.
I see what you did there.
I set that one up too, so I'm glad you saw that. Thank you.
That was perfect. So, okay.
And sorry, I just had one of those moments in my head where I was like, man, there's a Zach on the team, but it's not on Bolsa Grande, so I can't say the Bolsa Grande Zach.
Sorry, give me a second.
Sometimes I crack myself up. All right, so we're going to have a minute before we get into this game here. So looking at team comps coming out here, we're going to have Scar 800 playing support, playing that Janna down in the bottom lane, going to be supporting I Am Stalking You on that Varus. And then we're going to have Meichu in the jungle on that Cho'Gath, going to have RG Killinator in the top on that Shen. Then we're going to have Sinto playing Zyra as the AP middle. And what do we have over on Dr. Norman?
I'm sorry, I'm still on I Am Stalking You. That's an awesome, weird name.
No. The best name in this game is the Nami.
Where's it? Ow.
Shaniqua Hoshi. How is she? You've been seeing that Shaniqua girl pick up her phone. Shaniqua Hoshi.
Okay, so.
All right, what do we have?
On the purple side of Norman, we have Zach in the jungle with Zed most likely mid lane, solo top Rumble, and bottom lane Graves Nami.
Oh.
Okay. Oh my god, I got it. Oh, son of a.
We're gonna get this. We're professionals.
Hold on a second. I'm getting a phone call that I need to take.
Is it Shaniqua? Hoshi. How is she? All right, go ahead, take your phone call. I'll finish this all up here. We're going to have... Oh, well, looks like we go straight into the champion loading screen, so I'll finish up there. Once again, we have Bolsa Grande on the blue team, and then we're going to have Dr. Norman as the purple/red team. And we're getting into this loading screen right now with all those beautiful icons that Riot decided to add instead of the loading bar. So now I have to actually look at percent numbers, which I absolutely despise. Give me visual indicators, please. The less work I do, the better. Thank you, Riot. Hopefully this reaches them. So on the team of Dr. Norman, we're going to have Zach being played by Maga Sunday up in the jungle. Then we're going to have NXS Permalove playing Zed, most likely in the middle. And then we're going to have Shaniqua Hoshi as the support in the bottom lane playing Nami. And then we're going to have Lucid Air, which I probably think it's Lucid Air. Yeah, Lucid Air. I'm going to go with that one. So we're going to have Lucid Air playing Graves down in the bottom lane as the ADC or the marksman. And then we're going to have Rumble being played by Fabric Rabbit up in the top lane there. And these team comps coming out here, nope. I don't really give it over to anybody just yet. It's going to depend on how they do in the laning phase. Zed can definitely take on Zyra in a 1v1 matchup. And looking at the borders here, we do have a couple Diamond players in this match. I believe there is a Diamond 5 as well on the team of Bolsa Grande, so they aren't completely outmatched. That's previous season, and we're going to get into this game in just a minute here. After all of these people load in, of course, it's harder to see because there aren't any loading bars. Well, I'm looking at you, Riot, once again. And Summoner Spell seem pretty typical coming out here, except that there isn't a teleport on Rumble to counter the Shen teleport. So if RG Killinator can do decent in lane and then start teleporting and spilling over into other lanes, it's going to cause havoc all across the map. And I believe because we were late, they were given the chance to be up 1-0 in the series. So Bolsa Grande, I think they actually became good guys and said, no, we don't want the 1-0, let's keep it 0-0. I believe that was the ruling.
Dude.
What?
I had my phone on my ear with my headphones off, and I could hear non-stop talking for you. You didn't be silent at all. You just kept talking. That was awesome.
Oh, well.
So phone call over.
Man,
GG.
I solo.
Like, you didn't leave any silence there while I was gone. That was good.
I solo cast so much, and when it's silent, I just get uncomfortable. And when it's uncomfortable for me, it just becomes this huge loop, and I'm just like, wow, I'm uncomfortable that I'm uncomfortable, and now I'm even more uncomfortable. So.
I'm being awkward.
And so it looks like everybody's at 100%, so we're going to load into this game finally. And once again, just to remind everybody, this is the High School Star League. And in the bottom left corner, we're going to have Bolsa Grande as the blue team. And then in the purple top corner, we're going to have Dr. Norman. And
Collegiate Institute.
Ooh, oh. Dr. Norman Collegiate Institute. Oh.
I love I gotta change summoner thingies. All right, we're good.
All right, so looks like the unpause is coming straight away, and it gets paused again. Woo! Oh God.
I love the play on the pauses there. They're really
And it looks like the counter pause coming out here, and do they get it? They get it immediately. Only 6 seconds of game time have been used. Good job. Good game to Bolsa Grande there. I think that was the pause coming out from them right there.
I'll tell you what, man. This is a really, really close game on pauses so far. I mean, it's a 1-for-1 trade. Not entirely sure if they're going to be able to change it up too well.
Yeah, it looks like 1-1. Nobody exactly has the lead just yet in these pauses. And
This just in, I'm receiving attention that it is in fact Sunday.
it is Sunday.
It is Sunday. Being told several times that it's Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
So it looks like the unpause is coming out. In the blue corner, we do have Bolsa Grande versus Dr. Norman. And I am Tasty Nubbinz with Zirene.
Yep.
Aiden, Zirene, whatever I want to call you, whatever. Casting HS Star League awesomeness. And it looks like here we go. Get ready for a bumpy ride.
And I'm actually glad those pauses came out because it gave me a moment to remember to line up all of the characters on my screen. Because I get yelled at so much for that. It's like, they're not lined up. We can't see the CS. And I'm like, okay. And so I did. But looks like Zed going for that Fortitude Potion at the start.
Definitely going to try to win those trades as early as possible. Try to bait it out. Loads of stuff. I forgot I'm not controlling camera this game, so I don't have to be all...
Yeah.
Shaky.
You can go look at other stuff.
I can be shaky. That's awesome. Anyway, gonna try to probably trade level 2 or level 3 with Zyre, who started cloth armor. Always a good pickup against AD lanes, especially against the Zed, who's gonna try to all in you at level 2, level 3.
And these teams are around the platinum rating, I believe. Platinum, gold, diamond overall. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lane swap come out here. It's not beyond these teams' skill level. And I hear people talk all the time about how high school teams can't be good, but just for some perspective, Reckless or Reckles, the European player who actually is so good, but he can't play because he's 16.
Absolutely.
When he turns 17, he's going to go join Fnatic and probably kick Yellow Star out of their roster. So
also, Bjersen from Ninjas in Pajamas just turned 17 a while ago, I believe last split. He was not able to play.
That's right.
Prior to that, but once he did, his team had like a 10-game winning streak.
Yep.
So to that, high school players can be very awesome indeed as the game goes. I wouldn't be surprised if they did do a lane swap. I would have liked to see it out of blue side on Balsa because they have so much more early game turret pressure potential than a lane like Graves Nami. Just because Graves has 80 caster type abilities like with that Q early on, I wouldn't say, you know, hey, we're going to lane swap and we're going to try to pressure turrets with you.
Yeah, and the fact that every time Varus kills a minion, he gets increased attack speed, so he has a little bit more attack speed. Graves probably wouldn't take that quick draw for a little while here. Oh, wow. Down bottom, just a little bit of poke coming out. But like you were saying, the shield also comes out from Janna, would be really effective at taking turrets.
Exactly. So, kind of a standard deal here. Zed hitting level 2 just before Sinto, so... might see that one happen. Is he going to go for it? He should go for it because he does have some early skill points. Bubble in. It's coming out. There.
Is he paused in the bubble? And it looks like the pause is going to be 2-1 now.
He's paused in the... Okay.
Who paused it?
Mega. It was Zach.
It was Zach. All right, so it looks like it's 1-2 in the pauses. And it looks like Zed in the middle lane, Permalove, hasn't shown Zyra some love just yet. Hasn't popped that red pot. I think he's waiting for level 6. Not going to back before then and probably try to all-in him. I think he missed that little window where he could be level 2 and all-in.
It's true. Also, you have to hate being a Shen again. You have to hate being a Shen or a Malphite against an AP top like Rumble, because you're just going to get bullied to holy hell so much until you hit level, or until you go back and get your first big item.
Down bottom, we have Meichu looking for a gank here. He got the Feral Scream off. Oh! The Rupture lands perfectly and the Piercing Arrow for the first blood.
Plays as well, assists all around, so that's going to set not only Varus ahead, but Cho'Gath is he's 4 CS behind that assist. counteracts that and gives him a bit of a lead over Zach. So Zach's been trying to farm it up a bit. And as you can see, you know, Fabric Rabbit kind of definitely sticking it to killing the top. Yeah, I'm just coming out. You know what I mean? Jelly bean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Jelly bean?
Jelly bean.
Jelly bean. Man,
would you prefer a different type of bean? Like...
No, I'm just trying to think of what flavor jelly bean I would be. Because there's those disgusting ones that you don't want. Like, you get that big Jelly Belly pack, and then you're like, wow.
You'd be the one that tastes like root beer.
Ah, that one's pretty amazing. Like, that's the one. That one, and maybe
the one that tastes like root beer is the best one.
Like a fruit one too. And then there's the ones that taste like black licorice, and those are the ones that nobody wants.
Well, sure, you get that. Like, hey, somebody left their jelly.
So it looks like
beans.
Zach Magasunday coming in from the side with the elastic slingshot, gets the stretchy strike on there. Looks like Permalove going to try to come in there. He doesn't actually pop his red pot, still holding on to that one. Actually, no, he uses it as I say that. And up top we have Meichu trying to gank the Fabric Rabbit right now, but nope, looks like he's going to be a little too fluffy for that one.
Trying to gank the Fabric Rabbit, he's too dude. That is awesome.
He just wanted a hug. Awesome. Eventually, all four of them are going to gank the Fabric Rabbit because they want that hug. But in the meantime, I'm not going to see that.
Bot laner's going to go back. Graves with 13-9, picking up the Vamp Scepter. I don't know how that's... Vamp Scepter v Vamp Scepter Dorn's Blade, so the same damage coming in, but Varus with that ability to out DPS is
up top. We have the elastic slingshot actually landing on the Killinator. Fabric Rabbit is silenced right now, and it looks like he's gonna follow this one. The harpoon. Man, the harpoons! He misses one of them, and the Flame Spitter's not actually going to do enough damage to take out Shen there. He's probably gonna back though.
Sorry, could you do that again, please?
Man, the harpoons! So that. If he kills somebody with the harpoons...
3 times like, man, the harpoons, man, the harpoons, man, the harpoons.
Well, he was manning them, obviously. He was taunted, though, so he actually couldn't get it out. Teleport coming up top, going to get Shen back in that lane pretty quickly. Down bottom, though, we're going to have Shaniqua putting Scar up in a bubble. Just a little bit of trade there. And in the middle lane, we're going to have both junglers actually converging here. Meichu does see Mega Sunday, does get the Rupture right there. Uses the Feral Scream, so actually uses all of his interrupts. Elastic Slingshot will be able to get off here because he used all of his interrupts. Like I just said. I don't know, maybe you should wait for the Elastic Slingshot to start charging before you do that, but that was still a really great play there. Maga Sunday not being able to apply pressure to the map for a little bit. He is very low on HP.
You know, I don't want to be off topic, but isn't Fabric Rabbits one of the cutest names you've ever seen? Like, that is just positively adorable.
I don't know. I think Tasty Nubbins is pretty cute.
That's because I'm totally awesome, but other than the name Tasty Nubbins, I think Fabric Rabbit is adorable.
It's a close second.
Oh, the engages bot lane Scar tank it just a tad, and surprisingly enough, Varus with that kill still down a bit on CS.
Yeah, so the gold is even. Back. The gold is even across the board because Permalove's doing a lot of work middle, zoning out Zyra. Zyra ending up, looks like he can pick up that Seeker's Arm Guard first. Permalove did try to all in him just there with the death mark. You know, Sinto not freaking out, just pops his flash, says, I'm not going to die, doesn't even blow his Stranglethorn. So he'll have that if he tries to re-engage when he gets back to lane.
Absolutely, so that blue buff being pinged out by Cho'Gath, going to give that one to Zyra.
What?
Most likely.
What is Zyra buying? He just picked up a Spirit Stone for himself, so he wants that HP and mana regen in lane. But I don't know if he's going to change that into...
Probably going to go for a Spectral Wraith.
I would love to see him go for a Spirit of the Ancient Golem.
Spectral. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a Spirit of Spectral Wraith. But I saw a team the other day in Europe have 4 members of their team. Their support, their ADC, their top, and their jungle. All of them bought the Golem item.
I love seeing Spell Vamp on champions like Zyra because you heal up for the Spell Vamp off of what your plants attack. That's
and down bottom, though, it might be a kill. He does have collateral damage up, so Lucid Air. The barriers are coming out. The exhausts! The Aqua Prison on 2 of them! Is Lucid Air going to... Oh, he uses the collateral damage there. Gets Scar very low, but not going to be able to take him out there.
GG, the damages. Oh my goodness.
And we're gonna have we're just gonna have a conversation while a fight's going on, and I'm not gonna start talking about the fight until I think somebody might die. I think that's what's gonna happen here.
I don't even care, dude. I'm having a blast right now, so.
It's like, nah, he's not gonna die. Let's not interrupt our conversation. They look fine.
Yeah, I mean, he flashed. He has barrier up. He'll be all right.
Oh, and I'm stalking you. Taking a little bit of damage there. Scar has to back very shortly. His Monsoon is almost available. He just hit level 6 right now. We're also going to have Meichu coming in, but they did ping a ward in that area. The flash is not down yet for Lucid Air. It is down for... it's down for nobody in the bottom lane, I believe.
Also, Zed able to go make that first back. I almost said Zach.
I know. It's bound to happen.
Making that first beat, going for the Hex Drinker after popping that red pot. Gonna get the MR, plus those proc. Help out, canceling the knockups on a Zyra ultimate as well. Those strangled.
And up top.
Oh,
we have the tidal wave coming across. Oh, he dodges it. Dodges the elastic slingshot too. Wow.
The flash of champions.
I am stalking you. Didn't bring his surfboard. Didn't want to ride that wave. And immediately flashed that Zac. That was really nice. Well played. Oh, we have the death mark coming out on Meichu right there. Is he going to get enough damage to burst it? I don't know. Scar flashes away with sub 100 HP. We're going to have elastic slingshot for the re-engage. The Stand United coming on to Meichu right there. And it looks like Permalove looking for some love under this turret. We have I'm Stalking You, the highest HP member. Trying to... but we have Sinto trying to cut off that retreat there. He is going to have to Living Shadow over Killander right there. Oh, the collateral damage hits Scar 800. Lucid Air doing a really great job there. And this is going to leave Rumble by himself in the top lane currently.
The damage is from that Graves on collateral damage. Oh my goodness.
It's a 4v2 down bottom. Stranglethorn coming out right there. Mega Sunday taking a little bit of damage there. He's going to take an extra tower shot, but the Ebb and Flow going to heal him up a little bit. And they're going to opt to get this dragon.
Just what I saw last game in the Go for LoL cast, and if Crusader Kitten's here, he'll know what I'm talking about, but coming to find out that Nami with a heal is against a lane like Varus, or not Varus, like a DPS lane like that, you know, kind of works out just a bit better than Flash Exhaust, believe it or not, somehow. Not entirely sure why, but double heal with the W plus heal and the damage against the out DPS, you know, against the lane with double barrier, that's actually good enough in trades. And what I'm saying makes absolutely no sense, does it?
No, it makes sense. It means that they have the same thing and they're going to go even with each other. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, but less DPS and less LCS and letters.
What?
And
LCS?
Number.
Oh, wait. So wait. So they have less damage and more sustain?
Number.
How about let's say they have less kill potential on each other?
Yeah, that works. Let's just go with number B. That works.
That's what number B. I'm just gonna let that. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. Number B.
Yeah. Sorry.
I still love you. And Fabric Rabbit doing a lot of damage to Killinator up top. Killinator trying to get a little bit of that HP back with the Vorpal Blade, but the Flame Spitter is just so strong right now. We're gonna have the Equalizer coming out. Not the best positioning on that one. Killinator actually just walking straight out of that one.
GG best all TNA as quoted by Fabric Rabbit. Unfortunately not able to hit the Equalizer
at all.
We're coming out here looking at those CS leads. Rumble up just a tad. Zyra coming out on top against Zed, who was just ahead by 20 just a tad bit ago. So Zyra making a nice comeback both in an 0-0 lane. So that's very, very nice. As well as Varus taking back the lead that he was down on just a bit ago with that BF sword. And they kind of both have the same items with the exception of a ward, so just about equal damage. But at this point, Varus is going to outweigh Graves because Graves with that 80 caster type status against someone with DPS like Varus. Easily enough, Varus has these trades in the bag as long as Jen is there with him.
And the first dragon did go over to Dr. Norman, so that's the reason they're up 1.2k gold right now. Although nobody's taking a turret and the kills are even, it's all about that CS and that first dragon being taken. That's the only difference we're seeing here. And the blue buff being handed off there to Sinto in the middle lane, so gonna be a little happy about that one. I don't know if he got the very first blue buff. I mean the second blue buff, sorry.
He did. He got the second blue buff, and he's got this continuation of the third blue buff. But now then, the good thing about Shen leaving lane is that Fabric Rabbit has been able to push a lot on that. It's just about half HP below half HP, 13 minutes. A little late. That a first turret hasn't gone down yet in this type of situation.
So
but it's sure getting there. Next time Shen leaves lane with a Stand United or TP, that turret's going down.
Yeah, but I think what's going to happen is he's going to stand united, and then he'll TP back into that lane after the fight. So he might be able to save that turret. Rumble looked like he was trying to roam. Looks like he's getting a little antsy.
Last time, Shen actually got sent back because he was getting bullied so hard. He actually had to teleport back to lane to prevent getting behind more than 15 CS. And now he's just behind 15 CS, so he's trying. He might teleport back to lane, not entirely sure. Or he might just walk it up as that lane's pushing. But Power's going to tank just a bit as Fabric Rabbit's pushing it out.
Yeah, and it looks like, oh, in the middle we have Maga Sunday not getting hit up by that Stranglethorn, taking the damage from it though. So Sinto in a good spot right here. And looks like Killinator on that Shen took two no magic mantles very early, and then decided I still want the Sunfire Cape. And that top turret gonna go down. And they are just duking it out right now.
Oh my god!
Oh wow!
I called something right.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
I finally called something right. Oh, but I was still right because the first turret went down to Rumble.
And the second turret actually going into the hands of Bolsa Grande right there, answering turrets in the middle lane. And I'd actually argue that the middle lane turret is worth more right now.
Yeah, the middle lane turret is worth more due to map control, but I just have to stretch that I was right because I said Rumble take top turret. I'm not taking anything away from mid turret being taken down.
You were right. He didn't use the TP to get back in lane, so that actually cost him the turret. And so now Rumble, Fabric Rabbit, farming away. He is at about 3/4 HP right now, so Shen's actually been doing a little counter bullying lately. That's a little different than the pace of the game we've been seeing lately.
Just a tad, but 20 CS down. He is going for, looks like the Sunfire Cape. Really enough for the split pushing. I do love the double no magic mantle as Cho'Gath comes in for the bot lane, but he's gonna get bubbled.
Oh, and speaking of, wow. So the bubble popped, and then Janna popped. Just blown up.
Popped. The bubble popped. I like that.
Now I want to listen to Hyuna. Thank you. I know what I'm playing for the break. And it looks like down bottom we're just gonna have this push continuing from Graves and Nami. So Lucid Air and Shaniqua Hushi probably gonna get this turret this push, unless Meichu has anything to say about it.
Might have something to say about it, but this would be a 2-for-1 on turrets, and both outside turrets negating one mid turret. That kind of changes out the map control because, well, let's face it. 2 turrets plus map control, you can kind of hide back in that mid lane and not show yourself, but you're kind of known where you're going to be with no turrets on the outer edge.
Down bottom, the Aqua Prison landing onto Sinto right there. Didn't land a Grasping Roots on anybody there. Permalove does have his ultimate available, and he has not finished Obliterated the Rune King or even started it. So his damage burst is a little bit lower than it would be at this point if you had purchased the Blade of the Rune King. Going for the defensive stats with the Hex Drinker in lane. And the Dragon is up, and there are 4 members of each team down in that bottom lane. Rumble coming down from the top. Shen, once again, Killinator, going to walk up. Looks like he changed his course. Going to start walking down the middle now because he saw Rumble.
And drag. We'll get that pink out, Zirene, to try to get the attacks and make Shaniqua tank a little bit of damage. Yeah, not going to happen, unfortunately. But is it coming down? Looks like those harpoons, he is manning them.
Yep, they're being manned.
Manning the harpoons for the fun time.
And it looks like the Dragon did get pulled out a little bit, but it's going to walk straight back in there. Zed, Permalove looking for a pick off onto one of the sides. 5 members of Dr. Norman are grouped up in near the Dragon. And the rest of Bolsa Grande is actually just spread out across this map. Oh, and we're going to have the Equalizer coming out. Permalove failing the flash over the wall. And they are just going to blow that Equalizer, which is a huge, huge part of their team fight around this Dragon Pit.
And it looks like a good trade, but I don't think Mei and Sinto are going to be able to make this trade worth it. They're giving up Dragon. Actually, no, they're not. Looks like all of Team...
Oh, Meichu going to get Elastic Slingshot on there. The Ignite is down. He's going to flash over the wall. The Stand United does come out for protection there. We're going to have the Rupture. Not going to land on anybody. Killinator looking like he wants to re-engage there. But down at the bottom, we have a 2v1 against the Zed. Zed doing very well, getting I Am Stalking You to about 3/4 HP there. Hasn't blown his death mark yet. Shield going on the turret. Doesn't want any damage coming towards that thing. And it looks like everybody's repositioning around that Dragon again. Maybe picking off the bottom lane and then doing it. So, going to be very scary.
Possibrew. So... Okay.
Impossible.
Look at Varus. He has chosen to go for more of a different route. It looks like he's rushing that IE type of. Wait, he just went B. Yep, rush that IE start. But generally, when you play Varus and you max or you rush IE, you generally want to max your E first for self peel because you have the the crit, whatever.
Yeah, he has
stutter for the win.
The whatever.
You have the crit, but you generally want to max E first for self peel and the damage that you get with that. But instead, he's choosing the route to go maxing his piercing arrow first before hail of arrows. Kind of different. Never actually seen it before. I'm eager to see how it works out for him because he's so far ahead at this point.
It really depends on what you want to do. If you want to wave clear, you can max either of them and they're fine. If you want to chase people down, you usually max E for the slow, and it's also a good team fight ability for the little area. But you can max piercing arrow. It's really great for picks. If you get 4 hits on somebody and then they start running away, it does a lot more damage than you would expect because it has the blighted quiver stacks plus the fact that you max piercing arrow first. So it's a lot of damage.
Else? You know what else does a lot more damage than you'd expect?
Death Mark.
Oh, dude.
Oh, the wards are traded.
Pick. Oh, nice. But I was going to say Requiem.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Wards traded. I thought.
Oh, and Shaniqua gets caught right there. Who is she? Looks like a dead Nami is what she is right there.
In the face. Looks like the other turret going down as well. 2-2 now.
So you're standing straight on a ward there, and Sinto said, I'm just going to blow everything here. Pops the Stranglethorn, pops the Ignite. Gets a kill there, actually, for it, but the Ignite actually was from Sinto. I was looking at somebody else's Ignite timer. But yeah, Sinto pops everything on him, takes him out there. Oh, and they find Lucid. Oh, Chain of Corruption coming out on him, and he's going to pop the barrier, but it's not going to be enough, and he's going to get taken out there by Sinto's plants. And they're just getting picks here, and starting to come back up, even though they are 2 dragons down. They're only
looks like this
1.3k behind.
Looks like they should be able to pick up this turret pretty nice. They do have the damage with the clear from Varus. Not as much clear as much as auto attack damage. So they'll pick that one up and take a 3-2 lead after they get it. No counter engaged, so now they're taking a step back. We're down a pretty immense amount of gold. It's kind of an engaged top.
And it looks like up top we're going to have Killinator being pursued here by Permalove. Permalove doing a lot of damage right now. He does have the red and the blue. Killinator flashing away with the juke. Permalove looks like he doesn't want to give this one up just yet. His Living Shadow is up in 1 second. Not going to be enough. He's just going to walk away from that. And Killinator, great play there. Great flash in the opposite direction.
Absolutely. The plays, the juke. Now he's going to be able to get a little bit, heal up a little bit off of those wolves, rather. Is Lucid going to clear out the bottom lane? Everybody coming back. Look at it buys now. It looks like Varus is going for that Cutlass into Blade of the Ruined King. So if he gets that, he's not going to really need to buy Phantom Dancer this early. At this point, if he goes Blade of the Ruined King before Phantom Dancer, then he can easily go Last Whisper after that and then go Phantom Dancer instead of vice versa.
Phantom Dancer, Last Whisper is a really great pickup there. Blade of the Ruined King not being picked up by Zed just yet. You know, he's one back away from that. So, and that's a really great item on him because it does 15% of the person's max HP, not current HP. And then your Death Mark at level 16, the 3rd rank of it, does 50% of all the damage that you dealt to them while it was on. So that ends up doing 15 plus 7.5%. So you end up doing, 22.5% of the person's total HP with just the Blade of the Ruined King Death Mark combination. And then you throw everything else on there, plus the Death Mark's base damage, and your E, your Q, your auto attacks, your passive, which is 8% of the person's total HP if they're below half, I believe it is. I'm going to check it right now. It's 8% of their maximum health, yeah. So you end up doing 12% of their maximum health, plus the Blade of the Ruined King, which is, you know, like I said, 22.5. So you're going to be doing 34.5% of their total HP, regardless of who they are, as magic damage, I believe that is. So.
Absolutely. So it looks like coming into the top lane, trying to keep Killo.
Oh, wow, he does use it. He uses the Blige Water Cutlass as well. And we're going to have a trade here. It looks like Killinator getting down to half HP. Does get the taunt across to close some distance. The flash coming out from Permalove right there. He's going to start trading. He does have the Vorpal Blade up. He is going to stand united. Can he get out of this? He does get out of it, but he comes out right into a Zac and Mega Sunday. Going to have a really good Sunday right now, picking up that kill. And yes, it is Sunday, so just so everybody knows once again. And we're going to have trades right here once again. Mega Sunday using his Elastic Slingshot. I am stalking you, throwing the Q back. Fabric Rabbit very low. The coming out there. All of them are very low. I am stalking you. At about 65 mana, doesn't have enough for a piercing arrow. Can't pick anybody off here. But the ebb and flow from Shaniqua gonna keep people a little healthy. Mega Sunday isn't done yet. Elastic slingshot coming in. We're gonna have the Aqua Prison, not gonna hit anybody there, so it is gonna be on cooldown. Then the Q coming across there, the piercing arrow doing a lot of damage. Not gonna be enough to pick anybody else up once again. But while all this was happening, since Zed left the Shen left the top lane, Zed is gonna be pushing.
Shen left with that State United, so that turn's gonna tank a good bit, and that's just basically showing Zed into split push potential at its finest. Well, if it were at its finest, he would have pushed and gotten an inhibitor, but you know what I mean. Pretty good split push potential of Zed. And my game is lagging just a tad for some reason. Oh, give me a second here.
And so it looks like Sinto gonna pick up that blue buff. Permalove was there checking it out, and they ping that he's there. They saw him. They're like, oh, there's the Zed. There's the Zed, who now has Blade of the Ruined King in his pocket. And this has been a pretty low-kill game, and he seems to be pretty much playing it safe. Waiting for those team fights, waiting for the Dragon objectives, and just farming in the meantime.
Absolutely. All right, so game fixed. No more laggies for me. Now Rumble with that completed Rylai's going... Rylai's, then Haunting Guy, not going for that Leandry's level before Rylai's, so that slow's definitely going to help him with that... flame spitter. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah, that's the ability.
I was on flame thingy.
Yeah, people would have known what you meant though. The flame thingy. Rumble only does 2 flame thingies. It's one or the other, and it's not this ultimate. So we'll help his flame spitter out there. We are gonna have Shen taking that top lane turret. He does have teleport up currently. The ward was cleared inside of that dragon pit though, so not gonna be able to teleport straight onto it, but he does teleport onto a back ward right there. We're gonna have a flash. Oh, the Equalizer coming across 4 of them. We have the Stranglethorn down as well. We have Elastic Slingshot coming into the middle. We're gonna have Let's Bounce coming across as well. Permalove uses his ultimate onto Meichu. Is it gonna be enough to kill him? No, it's not gonna be enough to take him out there. I'm stalking you, trying to take Maga Sunday out right now. He's doing a lot of damage to him. The Elastic Slingshot coming over right there. The Ebb and Flow gonna heal a little bit. He's off to the side, but no, Maga Sunday's gonna pick that up with a little bit of help from Lucid Air right there, and looks like everybody gets out of that one for Dr. Norman with 5 members taking out 2 members of Bolsa there.
Great trade. Oh my goodness. Everybody crowd controlled into the Equalizer, standing on the Equalizer for the full channeling of the damage. As oh man.
Oh, Killing Air gets caught out. The Ignite is down on him. Is he gonna get taken out here? Yes, he is gonna get taken out by Permalove right there. While the rest of Dr. Norman pushes that middle turret and gets a tier 2 inhibitor. I mean tier 2 turret. Bleh.
Tier 2 inhibitor?
Yeah.
Like,
we all do it. I corrected myself though. At least I caught it.
Very good. So damage is being put on even more. Now it looks like Zed going for the Black Cleaver for more damage onto the armor stacking from the Zyra, from the Cho'Gath, from the double Aegis on Shen and Cho.
And that's a good pickup on him as well.
You said you're on 3.10, right?
Yeah, we are on 3.10.
I was gonna say how you change. Yeah. Anyway, okay.
So yeah, we are on 3.10.
That's
and
all those changes.
Yeah, him picking up the Black Cleaver is actually really good. It's something that when I play Zed, that's what you want to do because it gives you the HP as well to be a little bit tankier in those fights. It's one of the few defensive items you build on him besides Guardian Angel.
Absolutely. So Zed returning to that split push in the top lane, but Shen is going to be able to negate that one with the Sunfire Cape and his all-around tankiness. So no turret for you, my friend. You're going to have to come back here in another 5 minutes.
But Zed hitting level 18, being 3 levels ahead of his lane opponent, really showing how much he has been split pushing and how well he's been doing this game at 240 farm at 27 minutes.
Oh, yeah. So much more ahead in his build with that Last Whisper Blade, Hex Drinker, and both non-completed Hex Drinker and Brutalizer. I wouldn't be surprised if he just sells the Hex Drinker later on and does not max out for the Maw. Because he could do so much more damage. He just built that for laning phase. He doesn't really need it anymore.
And it looks like, like you said, the laning phase is over, so everybody's just going around looking for those team fights, looking to catch people out. A lot of ward control is what this game is all about at this point. Warding up that Baron. Dragon was taken earlier once again by Dr. Norman. So that is their 3rd dragon of the game. Going to put them at a 5k gold advantage right now. And they are just
pulling ahead.
All in that jungle.
Absolutely pulling ahead. 4 towers to 4. 8 kills to 3. Majority of the CS leads going, in fact, all of the CS leads going to Team Dr. Norman.
Even the support, except for the ADCs. I believe I am stalking you is actually about 10, 18 CS ahead of
Just a tad, but
Lucid
one
Air.
kill greater than. And it looks like if you look at gold, Graves is just 200, not even, about 100 and a little bit ahead of I am stalking you. So let me rephrase that. Everybody on Team Dr. Norman is ahead in gold on Bolsa.
There you go.
We got this. I got the plays.
Oh, we have Aqua Prison landing onto Sinto over the wall there. And we have Permalove just taking this turret, doesn't even care about Killinator. Uses the death mark right there, trying to all him right now. He does use the death mark, has the... Wow, that's a lot of damage coming out there. Like I said, he used the Blade of the Ruined King there. And that does a lot when it's combined with the death mark.
And you're probably going to see him use Stand United here in a second for this fight that's about to happen at this tier 2 bot. Meaning Zed's going to have even more time to split push and possibly take this inhibitor turret.
We have the Equalizer coming across. I am stalking you, taking a lot of damage here. Scar trying to disengage with the Monsoon. It is good. We have the Tidal Wave coming across the backline right there. Chain of Corruption lands, hits Maga Sunday, and there's just disengage all around here underneath that turret.
All they needed, just had to buy time for Purple so he could push that off. Just like they got baited into that, an unfortunate series of events. But this should be inhibitor if he can dodge this stuff.
Yeah, he's going to Living Shadow over to the other side, dodge the Grasping Roots right there, and Sinto not going to be able to do anything about that. And that's the first inhibitor of the game, but down bottom we have Maga Sunday. Get the Elastic Slingshot, we're going to have the Aqua Prison landing on Killinator right there, and he's going to be knocked up, and they're just going to disengage on this turret. And they're going to take this one.
Phenomenal disengage in that by Red team, giving Perma just enough time to be able to split push, get that inhib, bait the Stand United out of Shen on blue side, so clear that out, no enemies range at all, and he gets a good objective. Now they have good objective control and have their eyes on Baron for next one.
And during that fight down bottom, a lot of the disengage came from Shaniqua with that Tidal Wave. It was huge. That just shows the power of Nami, and why Nami's been so popular is because Janna's Monsoon is just a disengage tool. You have to, in order to use it as an engagement tool, you have to flash with it. With Nami's Tidal Wave, it's both a disengage and an engagement tool. Since it speeds up everybody, it knocks up your enemies. You can use that as an engagement or disengage, and it's got insane range. Oh wow, we have Permalove getting burst down here. We have Sinto using the Zonias to block the death mark, and that's gonna be a dead Zed.
And Baron Ping's coming up for blue. Dead meaning that's half the AD. AP from Rumber. Awesome. Rumber. Anyway.
So what were you saying about Rumble?
Well,
Rumble.
Have the AD gone, meaning Graves has to rely on his positioning, but Graves can't get to the backline as well as the Zed can. Graves gonna have to fight for his life in these fights and hope that everybody can stand on the Equalizer, because if not, it's gonna be tough. Even at Baron tanking, or Baron attacking everybody, it's gonna be too tough to fight blue.
And Shaniqua,
I guess would be the premise of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and Shaniqua picks up the Oracle here and is starting to clear out the wards all around the Baron pit. So they're looking to either bait or do the Baron here for Dr. Norman. And Bolsa, they ping it, and Scar walks straight up into Shaniqua. The Aqua Prison missing there. The Grasping Root is going to hit there. The Tidal Wave for the disengage. Only going to hit Scar right there, but we're going to have Elastic Slingshot straight onto Scar. Maga Sunday is very tanky. Oh, they get the Equalizer in that tiny little area right there. Let's bounce right out of it, though. Fabric Rabbit taking a lot of damage on the side. We're going to have Fabric Rabbit taking out Scar there, but Fabric Rabbit himself is going to drop. And we have Meichu doing damage to the backline. Gets the Rupture. Doesn't hit anybody except for Shaniqua. Shaniqua gets taken out there. Zed not in this fight at all. Over off on the side. Lucid Air. Oh, takes a little bit of the piercing arrow. Don't actually think that made contact with him. And that was because Zed wasn't around.
Absolutely, and Stand United was used again. Teleport is up this time. No Zed split push for the win. Graves and Zed both up now as blue needs to go back. They're pretty low. I'm going to be honest with you. I think at this point, Zed plus Graves could take the 3v2 easily.
And down bottom, they just clears out that wave there, Meichu. And 3v2, yeah, if they do take somebody out really quickly with Permalove's death mark, then it would be essentially a 2v2, and I think they could take anybody at this point.
Absolutely. Absolutely indeed. So Dragon is up now. Just came up a second ago. And it looks like, my guess is Team Norman going to head over there as the ping goes down on it. No ward coverage, though. Good guy Lucid going to possibly... he caught in sight? Not entirely sure. I don't think he was caught in sight, so this Dragon will be uncontested and unseen, so blue no timer. That is all right, as the gold lead now going to expand and grow for Team Dr. Norman.
Yep, Dr. Norman now pinging the Baron there. And Magus Sunday didn't use his smite on the dragon, so he's going to have that up for the Baron. But of course, Meichu does have the feast and the smite, so if he even has vision of it, he can try to contest it and has a better shot at stealing it than any other jungler except for Nunu, of course. So Magus Sunday going to have to be careful about that. Dr. Norman being very careful about that and clearing out all these wards that are in the area.
Absolutely. If you're blue, you can't help but notice, hey, clear our wards over there. So they obviously are going Baron. And like they're all heading in that direction. Meichu, the one specifically with that feast and smite, so smite not good. Split push kings.
We have 4 members walking straight into that Baron pit. Zed is not around. He is split pushing right now. Neither is Shen. The Equalizer coming about. The tidal wave on top of that as well. The Stranglethorn gonna hit 2 members right there. Meichu's all in the middle. He uses his feast on Lucidaire. Not gonna be enough to take him out there. Just gonna get him a little squish here. Fabric Rabbit gonna die there to the Blade of the Ruined King. And we're going to have an Aqua Prison, not going to hit anybody. And we have Magus Sunday zoning him off on the side. The Stand United does come out here, so he might give up that bottom turret. I'm stalking you. Uses the QSS there. And Lucidaire taking a little bit of damage. We have the flash over the wall from Sinto. Not going to lock him down with the Grasping Root there, but they are going to take him out. And they're not going to pick up the Baron.
Not going to pick up the Baron, but they're going to pick up an inhibitor turret and another inhibitor.
Yeah.
Again, that alone, never a good thing.
And it looks like he's trying to all-in Shen right now. Not actually, no, he's trying to get away. Uses the Blade of the Ruined King for the speed increase and decrease onto Killinator. Killinator used his used his Shadow Dash to lock him up right there, and now just trying to get away from this Living Shadow is going to give him a little bit of distance there. And Killinator is going to stop this pursuit, and that is the second inhibitor of the game. Of course, their first inhibitor, their top inhibitor, did respawn now.
Top inhib does respawn, but they're still going to be able to go for that as that is a naked inhibitor. Mid lane's fairly exposed. 8 turrets to 4 on the side of Dr. Norman, so you can tell they're definitely stretching their map control advantage. Scar clearing all the wards out with that Oracle in the jungle. Shaniqua bubbled the blue buff. Come on, do it. Okay, maybe not. So no coverage of Bear. And things are going on again.
And it looks like they're just clearing these things out. Sinto going to pick up that blue buff for himself. Really needs that cooldown reduction. Oh, I don't know why he's still hanging on to that Spirit of the Ancient Golem, and that'll eventually turn into a Spectral Wraith. Eventually. It looks like it's going to take him a long time to do it, though.
No more. We're getting there.
Ooh, and Magus Sunday jumping into the Equalizer is used across both Scar and Meichu, but going to walk away from that one. The Equalizer will be down for a good amount of time there. Grasping Root's not hitting anybody, but popping the plants out, and they're not going to even get one attack off.
No CDR. He's actually being just a tad bit too lean with that Equalizer, because now they're peeling up onto Baron, but he's not going to have that for this fight.
Permalove being sneaky, hiding around the corner there, wants to engage on somebody immediately. The Stand United from Shen is not up currently, so it will be a 4v5. Baron is very low. Meichu trying to check it.
Here they go.
There's Tidal Wave coming out. We have the Stranglethorns down as well. We have I'm Stalking You using the QSS, but he's still going to get popped by the collateral damage there from Lucidaire. That's a 4v5, and the Harpoons are being manned. Sinto's going to get taken out here in just a second. After that, Zone just goes down. He does get shut down there, and
so you can steal it.
The
So if I see you can steal the kill.
Looks like Baron gonna be picked up there, no problem. And Archie Killinator now finally has the Stand United up, but that was a 3 for 0 there, and a Baron falling into the hands of Dr. Norman.
Soon to be another inhibitor, and possibly another inhibitor.
And possibly the game, because they have 30-second lockout timers on their death right now. Meichu trying to clear these waves as fast as he can. Zed's going to be pushing up the top in the split push. They do have
Like they will be able to get those inhibitors.
They are going to get this one, and they're going to pick up the second inhibitor as well. 3 inhibitors about to go down, and that is pretty much the worst position you could possibly be in.
Red may want to go for the re-engage. They need to get this inhibit, get out. They do get it with the last auto attack from the minion. Now Rumble split pushing. So now everything exposed for blue team, have nowhere to go, nothing to do. They've got to stay in their base, meaning all their camps are up for grabs, and Red's pretty much got them right over there on them.
Everything exposed for Bolsa Grande. Oh me. What was that?
That was my GG button.
So, getting back to the game now, Zach hasn't died once this game. I don't even know if he's been cell divisioned at all. He's just built tanky all throughout this entire game.
He was Cell Division with Ignite, but he managed to make it alive.
And this game has just been grossly in favor now, ever since about the 20-minute mark for Dr. Norman. They are 11k gold in the lead, 10.5k gold. We'll just round it up there. And they've been doing a great job of controlling these objectives, forcing those fights, despite there being a Shen on the other team. Because Shen just applies so much map pressure just because he has Stand United and Teleport. But he hasn't been able to apply that because Permalove has just been pushing all game.
He's been all up on him. He's been applying that. Permalove has been applying what Kilo should try to be applying, but he can't apply it because Perma is applying it better than...
Oh, Perma down bottom all over Killinator right now. Uses the Death Mark. Living Shadow to close that distance once again. Killinator going to take a huge chunk of damage from that, despite having 240 armor. It's that Last Whisper and the Blade of the Ruined King combined with the Black Cleaver going to be doing all that damage to him. And looks like Rupture not going to hit anybody there. Last Exchange Shot hitting 3 members. Let's Bounce coming across the mall. Collateral damage as well, and the Tidal Wave. We have Chain of Corruption and the Shadow Dash onto Lucid Air over there. Off on the side, we have him being up in an Aqua Prism right now. Shaniqua very low, but Fabric Rabbit bringing up the rear right now. I'm stalking you. About to get pinched here. And it looks like I am stalking you. Gonna get burst down there. And that is a 4 for 0.
Nearly clean 8.
And now off on the side, Permalove actually went deep for the backline there. Ended up taking out, I believe, Sinto and Scar.
So GG. Game 1 of this best of 3 going to Team Dr. Norman over Bolsa Grande.
And that is a pretty decisive victory as well.
We'll see if Bolsa Grande can bounce back after this.
Okay, we will be right back after this. This is the HSL tournament. Oh, wow, I can't even talk right now. All right, so this is the HSL summer tournament. These are best of 3 rounds, and that first round does go to Dr. Norman. So they are up 1-0 right now. Absolutely. We'll be right back in just a moment after we get back into the lobby, and we'll have the second game up for you as well. So
absolutely.
yeah. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.